Alright guys, back again, another review. Big Tom,
Damien.
we're going to be doing the Taifun GT, made in Germany today, rebuildable iron.
And it is absolutely superb. I really have fallen in love with this atomizer. As you probably know, I'm a big Taifun fan, and before today, actually, I would swear blind on a Taifun. But I managed to get a Taifun. I borrowed it off of a fellow vapor friend of ours because I will be getting one, but they're hard to get hold of. So until then, I couldn't wait to have a look at it and have a review of it. So I borrowed it off my friend Nigel, and this is top class. It really is. On my first build, it was away, and the taste of it, the flavour of it, is absolutely outstanding. It's a bottom fed atomizer, and it has multiple wick configurations, so you can use SS mesh, you can use echo wall and silica. At the moment I've got 3 2mm silica coiled with 3 wraps, and I also have a piece of 2mm silica over the top in the chamber just to let it soak up a bit more, and it is fantastic. It's a 23mm atomizer, so it doesn't fit flush on your 22mm atties. It has a little ledge, but that's not a problem. It still looks absolutely fantastic. You can get these from whitefog.co.uk. The website is above my head, but it does have a price range to it. It comes in at about £115. But I mean, along with the Taifun and all that, that's pretty much a normal going rate for an atomizer of this quality. It does have plexiglass, and you can also get, as an optional extra, a steel tank with the nice Taifun GT logo, and I think these are at about £16. It's not air controlled. You do not have air control with it, but it has a great draw on it. It's not too tight, and it's definitely not airy, but you can also get, what you get with it is this small steel rod that fits into the air hole there for a tighter draw. Like a lot of people did with the Taifun Light, they put a bit of SS mesh, they rolled it up and put it inside the air hole at the bottom to give it a tighter draw. This actually comes with its own pre-made rod there, so that you can stop the
That's
the
a great
airy
look
draw.
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It comes with this drip tip here, and it's stunning. It really is an amazing RBA. The flavour on it is fantastic. I was absolutely shocked when I did it, and it was really easy to build. Along the similar lines like I did from the Fogger, I showed you that a couple of weeks ago. This has so much more going for it, which I'll show you on the close-up. Whereas the Fogger had a well with the grooves in it that you'd put your silica, and you were sort of trapped inside to try and work around the positive and negative posts. This has that same sort of design, obviously. The Fogger has sort of cloned this in that way of building, but in the well where you have the positive and negative posts and your grooves from where your silica sits outside, you can push the well down to allow you more access towards the positive and negative posts for when you're wrapping and connecting your coils to. It really is a simple atomizer to build. I mean, obviously if you've never done anything like this before, it is going to be a bit tricky for you. You are going to have to do your research, but for me personally, it was in the first build, it took me no time. It took me 5 minutes to wick this, to coil this. I had no hot spots. It just went really smooth. I don't know if I was lucky or what, but I've built it a couple of times now and I've had no problem on either of those times. It's a fantastic atomizer. I am really quite blown away by it.
It is. When you passed it over to me, and obviously I'm used to dripping, and flavours for me on dripping is a lot better, but as soon as I had that in my hand, it's just, the flavour is boom. It's great. It's such a change in flavour. It's just like dripping. It's the direct flavour is it's just undescribable how good it is. And as you say, we like Taifuns, but the flavour is a lot better. Highly recommended.
It is an absolute superb. It looks great as well. You know, it holds 5ml of juice. So, and another thing about this, which I really do love, the touch on this is, if you do have any sort of issues with your coil, if you are getting dry hits, which I haven't had, you can then turn it upside down and unscrew this top section with the plexiglass in it, and it holds your juice for you. It doesn't have to remain airtight like a Taifun. So if you do have an issue and you want to change your coil, but you've still got a load of juice in there, you can actually take this top off and then keep that to one side, mess around with your coil or change your coil, and off you go, and basically put it back on, and you won't have any issues whatsoever. So yeah, the Taifun GT, it really is a fantastic rebuildable atomizer.
Definitely.
What we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the close-up. I'm basically going to put a coil and a wick in for you and show you how to do how to re-wick this Taifun GT. Okay, so see you in a minute, guys. Okay, so here you have your Taifun GT as it comes in this rather handsome box. Take this out, a solid steel construction, removable 510 drip tip. Unscrew the top section here, which has your air post. Here you have your plexiglass tank. Unscrew that, and we get to the base of the unit, the top of your well, also the bottom of your chimney there, and there you have your well with your posts inside. Now the nice part about this Taifun GT is the fact that you can push this section down where the grooves are to allow easier access to your posts. I'm going to line them up with the grooves sitting in between the posts, and there you have your adjustable 510 connection. So first of all, I'm going to place this onto my Sigelli ohm meter. I have 3 strands of 2mm silica here with 3 wraps of 0.2 cantha wire. There we go. I'm now going to place this just inside the grooves like that. Take my screwdriver, undo the posts, and I'm going to now just wrap gently around the posts the coil, screw it down firmly. Same on the other side. Like so. Now check the resistance. That's coming in at a 1.7, which is lovely for me. Now what I'll do is just space out my coils just a little bit, get them nice and even. Take this off my ohm meter, and I'm going to place on top of my Proveri just to check for hot spots on my coil. Just give it a little pulse, like so. I can see I have a small hot spot in the middle there. Just give that a move. And there we go. Lighting up nicely there now. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to remove the excess coil. I don't have my clippers with me, so just a small wiggle until they come off is fine. Lovely. Now what you've got to remember to do is pull this well back up, otherwise you'll end up with flooding. Like so. Give it another pulse again. Yep, they are fine. Now one thing I have found with this is it's always good to place a piece of silica on top of your coils, just to prevent any sort of flooding. And it also feeds more juice into the coil. So I'll place another piece of silica on top of the coil there. Cut the same length as your well, so it's not needing to stick out the sides of the grooves, just over the top of the coil like so. Screw your top section back on. Now take your scissors and trim the excess wick off the sides here, leaving about 4mm at either side. Like so. Now what I do is I put a little bit of juice on the wick so it almost starts to feed the coil straight away. Let that soak in. Put your tank section back together. Now I'm going to fill my tank with my monkey juice. One of the nice parts about this atomizer is you can remove the tank section without compromising your coil. Now place the bottom section in like so, and there you have it. Fantastic. As easy as that.
Alright guys, so after looking at the Taifun GT up close, it's usually me that's lost for words. Today it's Damien.
Well, I'm absolutely blown away by it. The flavour on this thing is second to none. I mean, I thought a Taifun was a beautiful vape, but this, the flavour on this, since I wicked this yesterday morning, I haven't had one dry hit. The flavour has stayed consistent. It's like, you know, when you have a favourite juice, when you try that for the first time and you're sort of, oh, wow, that is an amazing, it's like that. I mean, I've been vaping monkey jizz or juice, as I say, in front of the kids in this since yesterday morning, and with each vape, it feels like the first time that I vaped it. It is such a stunning flavour to it. It looks the part. It is easy to rebuild if you know kind of what your setup is going to be. It's absolutely stunning, you know. Yes, it does have a price tag to it. Yes, it comes in at about £115, but you are paying for damn quality with this. You know, it is an amazing vape. I am absolutely shocked and thrilled at the same time, and happy that you can get a vape such as this, the quality that is of the Taifun GT. It really is stunning. It's
easily built, so it's, you know, with the Taifun and taking it apart and re-wicking in the air, you have, you know, everything's airtight. This one, it's just EVOD head, boom, straight off, build a new coil, and your juice is still in there. It's so easy to.
Yeah, that is a great touch. The fact that you do not have to drain this each time. If you want to change your coil, if you feel now that it needs to be re-wicked, but you've got 4 ml of juice still left in there, you can just take the top off, you turn it upside down and keep the juice in there, re-wick, put it back on, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny is your aunt, you are away and vaping again. I mean, you know, it is a stunning vape. It does have a 510 drip tip connection at the top, so you can put pretty much what you want in there. Taifun does actually do a longer stemmed drip tip, which goes really well with this.
Nigel has one. I want that.
You can get all sorts of little odds and sods, like the steel tank, which looks absolutely great in it. The only downside, just the one downside, is no air control. That would have been the one for this if it had air control. But the draw is perfect for me. The way I vape, it's got a nice medium sort of draw. That's possibly why you have got the steel rod bit that you put inside. Obviously, like we did with the Taifun, we had to roll up some SS mesh or use the top off a needle, top off a refilling bottle, just cut it and popped it in there. This, you just slide that rod in, slide it back out, it comes with it. They've obviously thought about that. But it would have been nice to have air control like you would off the 3.1 ES Taifun. Yeah. But it doesn't bother me none. The flavour makes up for any fault this thing could possibly even have. Even though it doesn't have it, it would make up for it. It is a stunning vape. It is like vaping your favourite juice again for the very first time. I'm blown away.
Brilliant. You want something that's easy to set up. You're not going to be, well, we like faffing, but you know, it's easily done. It's set up really nicely, and off you go. It's in 5 minutes build, off you go, you're vaping, and it's
at the end of the day, for me, the most important thing about vaping is the flavour you get. That's the one thing that is really important, and the one thing that does have a hit and miss a lot of the time with these rebuildable atomizers. But this thing, over the 24 hours that I've been vaping this solidly, I haven't had one dry hit. I haven't had any loss of flavour at all. It has been absolutely beautiful vape. I'm absolutely amazed. Even my wife was amazed by it, and she's fussy. You know, she was like, that tastes fantastic, and it does. It is proper out of this world, and I'm in awe of it, and I just want to sit here and vape forever now. You know what I mean? I can't wait to actually and get rid of this juice and try another juice that I kind of went off, so that I can see if that has a similar effect, you know?
Definitely. The scoring of it though has got to be, due to the airflow control, you know, it's a bit of a bummer, but it is a nice, and it is great. It is worth the money.
It looks great. It is 23mm, so it does sort of have a little ledge over the top of your 22mm mods, but more and more mods are coming out at 23mm now. This would probably look absolutely stunning on the Paps X, but it looks stunning on a Nemesis, which is a 22mm anyway. You just have that tiny little step. It doesn't bother, and to tell you the truth, if it did bother you, once you took a vape off this, you would not give a fuck. It really is that nice. It's a beautiful vape, and it's a really well made, sturdy, full stainless steel rebuildable atomizer, you know, with a plexiglass tank as standard, you know, so it's going to be less of a tank issue with that. The drip tip for me is just cool, you know. There isn't a bit that I think I saw Mr. Posado saying, he was right, the air tube at the top, you do have some extra space up here, which could have been nice if we had the airflow go all the way to the top, and you could have filled this to the top, and you could have had a good 7mm to 8mm of juice in there. But at the end of the day, 5mm, it's bang on, you know.
All day vape,
it's an all-day vape into the next day. Job's a good one, you know, and I'm a heavy vapor, so you know, it's amazing. You know, I'm absolutely in awe of it. Get yourself a Taifun GT from www.whitefog.co.uk. The website is above my head. Yeah, I don't think they're in stock at the moment, but they do come in quite regular, so be quick on that and get them, because, you know, these are all the rage at the moment. Everyone is shouting about them, and rightly so, because it is a fantastic vape.
It is definitely.
Yeah, so, I mean, even if you're thinking about getting into rebuildable atomizers and you've got a little bit of money saved, I would recommend it, because it is not a hard atomizer to build at all. All you have to do is, if you don't know what you're doing, either watch this review, watch the close-ups. Others have reviewed it, like Todd's reviews, like Scott Bonner. Go and watch them. They will show you how to build it as well, and it just copy what they do, and then once you've sort of got the hang of it, try your own configurations. Like I said, it does take SS mesh or silica or echo wall, you know, or whatever, you know, out of them you can put in. It is a stunning vape. I'm usually a lot more talkative than this, but I just want to put this in my mouth and vape it.
So 10 across the board. I'd like to give it the 10, but because of the airflow control, 9.5.
Yeah, it looks great. It vapes amazing. You know, if I could give 11, I would give 11 for it all day long. It is definitely, I'm going to be purchasing myself one of these the moment it comes live, and until then, I'm not giving this one back.
Hard luck, Nige.
No, he said I could have it for a couple of weeks. Let's just hope they come out before then, because I want one and I'm going to have one, and I don't care. I'll spend my kids' college money to get one. Anyway, that's the Taifun GT. It comes in at about £115 from White Fog, or, you know, have a look around for one. You can get one, and it comes highly recommended. I'm absolutely amazed by it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.